Saturday morning and I'm in the mood to make lasagna. I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know what it is, but every once in a while I get this hankering for a nice pasta dish. So I want to show you what I've done so far, and all I'm going to do is show you how I'm putting this together and what ingredients I'm using. And believe me, you can do anything. So I decided today I was going to make a spinach ricotta, which I made last night, and I did my sauce in the Instant Pot. You can do it on the stove, of course. And then I thought I would layer it with some roasted Brussels sprouts because I happen to have Brussels sprouts in the fridge. But as I was looking through the fridge, I also found mushrooms, I found broccoli and cauliflower, and I thought, we'll do everything. So it's going to be a full veggie lasagna. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm layering here. So I'm going to start with, oh, and by the way, I'm using the noodles raw. I do not boil my noodles. It's too much work. You know me, I got to find the easy way. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I have my Instapot with the sauce in it. There it is. And I did use my emulsifier to smooth it out because I do use whole tomatoes. I put a layer of sauce on the bottom of my 13 by 9, and here are my hard noodles. Now I'm going to take and put on there my ricotta filling, and this was made with almonds, cashews, cauliflower, raw cauliflower, let's see, garlic, I don't know, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I'll have to get you the recipe. So anyway, this is my ricotta filling. I only want to use half because I want to have 2 layers. So I'm being kind of chintzy with it. I'm being a little cheap with it. I could have made a double batch, but to be honest with you, it never dawned on me. And I really don't like using this spoon, so let me get another spoon. I got a different spoon, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out, make a thin layer. I want those noodles to touch the edges. Okay, so there we have that. That's pretty good, because you're going to get it all in there anyway, no matter how many layers. I'm only going to do 2 layers. Okay, next I'm going to do some mushrooms. I'm going to do half my mushrooms, and excuse my hands. After all, it is my food. I'm going to do a thin layer of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. And all I did with these, honestly, all I did was saute them in a pan. Plain. No spices, no salt, no nothing. So everything I'm going to use, I'm going to do half of. Okay? So I have, in this pan, I have broccoli and cauliflower. And all I did here was steam it. That's it. I didn't do anything else. I just steamed it. And again, I am using my hand, and it is my food. It's not like I'm going to share it. Well, I am. My mom and sister are coming over, but they're family. They'll live. Besides, can't hurt you if you don't know what's in it, right? Okay. Now I have my roasted Brussels sprouts. Now with these, I did slice them up. I did like 3 slices to a Brussels sprout, and I did use a pomegranate balsamic. And only because I did not, believe it or not, I did not have plain balsamic. I must have used it all. So I grabbed the next best thing. I didn't want to use coconut, and I didn't want to use the peach. I have all different flavored balsamics. It's crazy. Okay, so we've got that in there. It looks like evened out, maybe a little more over here. And now I'll put another layer of sauce. Remember I told you those noodles are raw. They are not cooked. I'm going to put a thin layer of sauce here because I want to put the noodles and put more sauce. Okay, so I've got my sauce coming on here. Got a nice big pot. So the recipe for my sauce is on my website, by the way. greenkitchenwithro.com. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen. That's my website. So there we go. Okay. Now we'll do another layer of noodles. Okay, and I'm going to start on this end this time because I have a strip that goes there, so I did a strip here, so I want to kind of, you know. And then my other strip kind of measure out and kind of just, oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Break a piece off and put that there. Okay, now we'll put the rest of it and then more sauce and cheese. So I'm going to get rid of this. It's super not helpful. I'm going to use the rest of my spinach ricotta. Oh, I love this stuff. It's so good. So I made this last night, using fresh spinach to mix in with this. You can use frozen as long as you squeeze all the water out of it. That's the most important part. You do want to make sure you squeeze all the water out. Otherwise, it's going to get too liquidy with the sauce and everything. It won't thicken up with the pasta shells. So I'm going to go ahead and spread that all over my pasta shells. And I probably could have just made one layer, but I always got to go for the gusto here and do 2 layers. I don't know what it is about me with that. I guess I just want to make it look piled high and purty. And purty, as my friend Jill would say, very purty. So, okay. Now we'll go ahead and spread out the rest of these mushrooms. And thank goodness we got mushrooms underneath. Like I said, I was cleaning out the fridge, you know. So I wanted to be sure to get everything in here. There they are. A little chintzy, but that's all right. Now we'll put the rest of these. So it's really like a vegetable. The lasagna part is even less than the vegetable part, really, when you think about it, you know. I want to get all the goodness here. I want to get all the little crummies. I want all the little crummies in there for sure. And then let me go ahead and put this in. Our Brussels sprouts. And then I probably will do one more layer of noodles. And there you have that part all done. It's pretty, isn't it? It's very pretty. So it's all layered out. Looks good. More sauce. Now, because the noodles are raw, you really want to make sure it's good and saucy. Saucy. Because the noodles have to cook in something. So I'm going to use a lot of sauce. And once this layer of sauce is done, then I'll do one more layer of noodles because I love my noodles. And when you cook this, a chunk of tomato in there, yum. When you cook this, it's really important. I say put it on a baking sheet because it's going to bubble over, okay? Oh, there's a bite taken out there and there. My goodness. Break off that little piece. I still think I should put, well, wait, I'll have this skinny piece here. We'll put it there. How's that? Ooh, it almost looks like it goes together, doesn't it? And we'll put this little piece right here. I just don't like to have big spaces, you know? And then we're just going to put the rest of the sauce. Now, you can put nutritional yeast on top for your cheese, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really care for that. But I do make a Parmesan with nutritional yeast and cashews or almonds. I forget, I have to check. I might make some of that for them to put on themselves on the plate. Make sure everything is wet, nice and wet. This was 2 cans of tomatoes, by the way. And I like cento. See what I mean? That's good. It's already spilling over. That's because I filled this really high. So this is definitely going to be bubbling. Bubbly, bubbly. I will bake it probably for an hour at 350. But I'm making this for tonight, and it's still early in the day, of course, as I said good morning. And we'll just have to wait and see till later how it comes out. So now the last thing I'm going to add, I do happen to have some Trader Joe's vegan mozzarella, and if I didn't have it, I wouldn't use it. But if I do have it, I will use it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this package on here. So this melts very nicely, by the way. Vegan cheese can melt. All right. So we're all done with that. We'll set that aside, and after it cooks, we'll take another look at the finished product. So here's the finished product. I have to tell you, I wanted to show you the whole pan, but alas, it was hot and it was ready and we ate it.